Hi, Scruffy. How you doing? Oh, came right up to the door. Oh, wow. Got a meow. Wow. More meows. So, I got your meaty pate with real chicken and tuna and kibble. So, you just cracked open a new can. Yeah. So, take it you're hungry, huh? Yeah? Okay, well, how about I feed you? So, I'm gonna pick up the plate and open the door, okay? Okay, I'm actually going to take a step back in case you want to come in. Okay. I'm going to pick up the plate. Okay, you're not going to come in, huh? Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to put the plate on the table. And that was a hiss. Water. Okay, so I'll change your water. So it's going to start heating up a lot tomorrow and for the next 7 days, I think. So you're probably going to want the water. Okay, put the new water in. Okay, so I'm going to grab the glove and sit in the chair. So there you went. Okay, so wait for the glove. And you're kind of far away from me, though. Oh, there's a meow. Oops, there's a glove bite there. Oops, didn't mean to knock you over. It wasn't being that rough. So you really like those chin rubs, huh? So I've been having a really bad day, so yeah, I think fighting my depression again. So my day started badly. And actually, it's technically when I was sleeping, so I had a nightmare. So I don't know if you actually call it a nightmare, but it was more like reliving a past experience. So my father died right before all the pandemic stuff happened. So he had lung cancer and had a very long, drawn-out fight with lung cancer for about 7 years. And yeah, he was diagnosed with stage 4 7 years prior, and because they caught it so late, they didn't think he'd have much time, but he beat the odds by a lot. And kept getting lucky and fighting the cancer. But even when they first discovered it, it already metastasized and spread throughout his body, including his brain. And so the brain tumors caused him a lot of problems. for the entirety of the time. So particularly the last 2 years, things started going really badly, and the brain tumors, really started taking their toll on his memory, cognitive functions. I think he's alarmed by squeaky brakes. Okay. So anyway, so I was the primary caregiver. So I was taking care of my dad. At first, he's always been a very independent guy, so I always tried to do as little as I could to respect him, because he didn't like anyone waiting on him, or him feeling like he was a burden on anybody. But the final 2 years, things went downhill, and then especially the last year went really badly, and the tumors metastasizing in his brain were getting much worse and impacting him a lot worse. So he was losing his memories. He was losing his ability to function. And anyway, so my nightmare basically kind of picked up in the last, let's say, 6 months of his condition, maybe a year. So maybe 9 months. So basically, is reliving his deterioration from the brain tumors. And trying to get him to remember things, or trying to get him to do things, or just even simple things like walk or eat. Became a bigger problem, and then eventually he couldn't even get out of bed, and it's not becoming very communicative. And so my nightmare basically was kind of a recap of all those events, kind of reliving them. So I woke up very early this morning and in tears. And that was just the beginning of the day. So the day continued to get worse in other unrelated aspects. So I'm not having a good day. And even though I got up really early because of all the crap that happened today, I'm actually running behind on everything. So I didn't even have a chance to practice my Spanish today. So I might lose my streak on Duolingo. I'll probably do it after dinner. But not that I care that much about the streak. But I am trying to figure out, can I game the system? So every week they have this ranking system, and if you do well, you move up to the next level in ranking, and you can get an achievement when you get to the highest rank, I think. And then if you don't do enough, then you get demoted in the ranks. And then if you're in the middle, you just stay where you are. So I noticed recently that if I don't start let me take that back. So when you first do your first lesson for the week, it puts you into a group randomly. At least I think it's random. I don't know. Maybe it's not. But basically, you're competing against all the same people for 1 week, and then you get a brand new set of people. And so one thing I've been wondering about is whether if you start immediately, I'm assuming you get paired with other people that are also starting immediately. So does that make the competition fiercer because the people you're getting grouped with are more competitive and more on the ball? So if you basically wait later, like, I don't know how long to wait, but if you wait longer, do you get paired with people who are basically less motivated and you're more likely to beat them in the ranks? So I've been kind of wondering about that. But, so I probably should try it sometime. So anyway, I think we're ready for food, Scruffy. But you're actually pretty into the rubbing or petting right now, so. But yeah, I think you want your food, right? Okay, let's get your food, okay? Yeah, so you snapped right up for your food. Okay. So let me grab the brush, and you're standing. So you're kind of indicating you don't want me to brush you. But you know the routine. And yeah, there's a loose piece of fur there. Doesn't look like it's going to come off though, without hurting him. Okay, switch the brushes. Just the brush. Okay, so I'm going to flip the brush over and we're almost done. See if I can get that piece of fur to come off. Nope. Okay, I'm done. So, let's see. Today I saw Scruffy on the table early this morning. I think he was awake, so he was grooming himself. So I filmed him grooming himself for a while. I stood right in front of the kitchen window, which he was directly in front of. He didn't seem to notice me. So even though he was, one of his eyes, I think, should have been able to see me if he had been attentive. Yeah, he didn't seem to notice me. So I was kind of surprised, again, that he doesn't seem to notice me when I stand through the window. Or stare at him through the window, because I'm not hiding from him most of the time. Sometimes I hide from him because I don't want him to see me and I want to see what he does, but yeah, this morning I was just standing right in front of the window. So yeah, he just groomed himself. Didn't seem to notice me at all. And then I think eventually, after he finished grooming himself, he decided to get up and get off the table. So he did his head first gravity flop onto the deck. And yeah, so he didn't take the footstool that I left on the other side. So I still haven't seen him use the stool, so I don't know if he actually does. I don't think he likes it, so I don't think he uses the stool. So after he did his jump off the table, I thought maybe he was going for the water dish or something, or maybe come around to the door. But yeah, I didn't see him, so he just kind of disappeared. So he might have went off into the garden or something. I couldn't see him from the kitchen window, or he might have just stayed, right under the table. So later on, I think it was like maybe an hour later, maybe 2 hours later, I saw him sleeping in front of the door on the gray mat. And yeah, he was just chilling there. So I haven't seen him out in the sun recently. So yeah, he's been spending a lot more time under this covered area. So either on the table or on the gray mat. I haven't seen him on the chair in over a week. It's probably closer to 2 weeks now. Though actually, when he started on the chair, he was also staying out of the sun. So he's been basically in this region for a really long time. Then I think early this afternoon, I was putting some dishes away and making a very late breakfast/lunch. And he was near his water bowl, and he saw me through the window. And I was surprised because, a lot of times the angle, so he has to basically look diagonally into the window and up, and it's not the most obvious place to look for. Plus, I would assume there's like more glare and reflection looking at it from an angle. Yet he saw me, and he was just kind of looking at me, staring at me. So he didn't have the look of terror. He actually seemed somewhat happy to see me, I think. I don't know. I don't really know how to read cat expressions, but yeah, he didn't have the fearful look. So, not sure if he was expecting me to come out and feed him. I didn't have time to feed him, though, so I just kind of left him be. And then I think a little bit later I saw, I left, and then maybe like a half hour later I came back, so I'm sleeping on the gray mat again. And then I think, he was early to, a little early for dinner, I think. Or maybe it was a lot early, I don't know. So I got back late from my bike ride today. Because I left late, and actually worked out because the weather is cooling down very late today. So because I went so much later, I got the benefit of the colder weather. I wouldn't say cold, cooler. It is warm. So I went up the exposed mountainside today, and I did the tough hill climbs number 1 and 2. Oh, another reason I was late. So I left late because of all the crap I was dealing with today. But then, as I was leaving, I ran into one of my neighbors I had talked to a while, and ended up chatting with her for a little bit, and found out the husband, who I usually talk to on a regular basis, because I see him a lot more often, outside. But yeah, he didn't tell me, but she told me that yeah, he has been diagnosed with melatonin, or not melatonin, uh, skin cancer. So it's only stage 1, so he's scheduled for surgery to basically cut out the skin. I don't think the doctors are too concerned, but no, that's it. Um, but yeah, he has to go in for surgery. I think in a couple weeks or something. So that was not good news. Yeah, he and my dad were really good friends. Yeah, I hang out with him sometimes too. So he's a former special ops soldier, Force Recon. So he has a lot of interesting stories. Yeah, he's lived a lot of crazy adventures. So types of stuff you see in movies. He actually lives it. Yeah, it's also nice to have a neighbor who's trained like that because the burglars, crooks, and other baddies, they if they know what's good for them, they won't hang around this area. So yeah, he's also kind of a neighborhood watch kind of guy. So yeah, he's actually stopped a few crimes in progress in our neighborhood. Um, so yeah, great guy. So I'm gonna take off the glove and zoom in. So probably should just go in, eat. But yeah, he hasn't been grooming himself in my presence recently, so I don't know if this is him communicating something to me by not running away, and so I should stick around, or if it's just whatever to him. I don't know. I don't know if this makes a difference or not. So I think I saw him scratching when he was on the table a few times. So I was wondering if he's getting fleas again. So I think I have 1 or 2 flea pills left. They're kind of expensive, so I don't like wasting them. So I gave him a flea pill, I think it was a little over a month ago. I think it was right when I started the diatomaceous earth treatment, deworming. So I ran that for about a month, and he's been off it for maybe a week now. So if the fleas get worse, I'll definitely give him the pill. So we're still technically in spring, though, judging by the weather, it's more like summer now. So I'm kind of, so I should probably try to time it in such a way that they maximize, when the fleas hatch, and give them the least chance to breed. Okay, well, I guess that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.